blue flags short. Back on our leader, who has just run a phenomenal race thus far. 7 laps now, well, coming to 7 laps to go. Again, still monitoring whether he can take these tires the rest of the way. Must be starting to feel some wear on them at this point, as he did pit rather early in this race. His gap now to second has come back down a bit. So I think Indian did have an off, as he's now made up 3 seconds since we last saw him. Let's see what his gap is at the line here. He does have fresher tires than Ace Chief in front of him. And it's still about 9 seconds, so holding that gap at this point. Jacko 8 seconds behind him. In third, Dubsy ever so slightly is bringing Majako in, hoping to get on that final step of the podium. Nick Schwartz battling back again with that fresh rubber as well. He's now about 7 seconds behind Dubsy. Not sure if he'll have quite enough time to make that move. He's really hoping at this point some of those cars peel off into pit lane, but as those laps wind down, that does become less and less likely. Nick Day again on much older rubber. Lost a little ground to his teammate in front of him. But again, still has a solid 10 seconds on 7th place car behind him. So again, just trying to manage his tires and keep the manner behind him. Garcia still not too far behind him, although this battle has lessened a little bit. He's not quite able to get back up to the Manners gearbox. Again, much older tires for Eric Garcia. As we can see through every corner, it seems he's having the rear end kick out on him just a touch. So trying to keep it on track at this point. DSZ must have pulled off. Brian Mosser off of the track there in front of him. He's lost some ground, DSZ has. Not sure if he had an off or another pit stop. Let's take a look. It was a 3rd pit stop, so DSZ pits with 5 laps to go. Couldn't quite make those tires last. He did have to pit very, very early in the race due to some first lap shenanigans he was a part of. So it will be a battle now to get back to the points. He's got some ground to make up. Let's take a look here. Bubba now still holding that final points position. Not sure he can take the tires the rest of the way. He's got 10 seconds on HSVDT. DSZ another 12 behind him. So unlikely he'll make up that much time without those cars pitting in front of him. Looks like our leader has gotten around Hootius. Hootius now has main event not far behind him for that 16th position. Either car wants to finish last, I'm sure, so they have their own little battle going there. Indian man 8 seconds back and kind of maintaining that gap, bringing it down just so slightly, but with the laps winding down, he'll need to start making up a bit more time than that. Will Baste stay on track, or will he pit? He is going to continue on, much to the chagrin of the cars behind him. Shaka again trying to make his tires last. Dubsy down to 3 seconds behind him. May just get to Majako before this race is out. Again, looking for that last podium spot. is running a bit faster than the leader at the moment. Schwartz still coming as well. Back in 5th position. Not really seeing any tight battles at this point. I think all the cars are getting pretty spread out. Looks like Murph does still have car seat right on his gearbox. This has been our best battle really for about the second half of the race. They just can't seem to get away from each other. Garcia looking to put the power. Oh, he has. Oh, that was a scary moment, I'm sure. He damn near lost that car. But he did gather it up and really didn't lose any time. Did well to recover quickly. Now right on the gearbox of the Manor in front. Coming through turn 6 now, where they've had their issues, especially Garcia. He looks like he does well now, coming to 7 and 8. Looking to make a run into 9, high braking corner. Looking outside, but not quite close enough to make a move here. Very, very close. Garcia needs to get through 14 well to have a good shot down into the hairpin or turn 1. Really comes down to getting that power down out of the corner. Both cars do well. Still a good gap for Mighty Murph, although Garcia is coming quickly. He's going to be right behind him here for the final corner. We'll see if he can get him now down into turn 1. Now, both cars again, good exit. Garcia wishing the DRS was there, although he's using the toe. He's going to the outside now. Murph trying to hold that inside line. He can't. He goes wide. Garcia on the inside makes the pass and will look now to put some distance between himself and the Manor, although he has a little tire spin. Here he comes back again. Look at these cars just so evenly matched. Can't seem to get away from each other. Now just 3 laps to go. Mighty Murph makes a move on the inside. He touches and spins. Garcia drives away. Now we finally have a gap with these cars. Mighty Murph tried to make a move on the inside. It just didn't work out for him. He's going to hold on to 8th position. Not sure if he got any damage. Got a pretty good lead on 9th, so he should be able to come home in that spot. Unlikely now to catch Garcia at this point. Back to the front where Base Chief still leads. He's coming through turn 15 now. About to take across the line here to start the penultimate lap. Indian Man now 7 seconds back, so continues to bring that gap down. It looks like it's getting close behind him. Dubsy, no, he's lost some ground. He has lost ground. He now has Nick Schwartz just behind him. Both cars trying to battle for that 4th position. Dubsy must have had a mistake as he was pressuring Majako for that final podium position, but now Majako looks good to hold on to 3rd place. Nick Schwartz just behind, looking to make up ground. Gotta love this helicopter shot. Get a nice overhead view. Both these cars have pretty fresh tires, although Nick's definitely are a bit fresher. He does run wide. He lost a little ground there. Dubsy sneaks away. That will be difficult to overcome a mistake this near to the end. He'll have to do good work to catch him again. Looks like he's running a little bit wide through 6 as well. Does recover well. Pretty good gap now between those cars. Jacko looking good for a podium. Indian is really bringing down this gap. He's only 4.5 seconds behind our leader. Base Chief needs to run a clean last lap and a half here Main event retires from the race. Must have had an incident. This will be interesting. Base Chief has about a 4-second lead on second place, but much older tires than Indian Man behind him. If he's able to run a clean lap, I can't imagine Indian would be able to catch him. But if he makes a mistake, this race may fall in to the Force India's lap. We'll see what happens here. Coming down into turn 1. Being extra careful on acceleration through this corner. Easy to lose it out of turn 3. We can now see the Force India making up ground quickly. He's down to just 3 seconds. He's gotten through some of the lap cars. Again, not quite enough time to run him down on track. It's going to be really dependent upon whether Base Chief makes a mistake. Really pushing behind that Force India, nearly loses it on acceleration. Haas running wide back there. Extra cautious from Chief. The Force India making up a lot of ground. You know he's lamenting the fact that there's not just one more lap to go. That would be difficult for Base Chief to hold on, and he still may not hold on as the Force India is rapidly reeling him in. Just needs to get good power down through turn 14 here. And he's done it. Just one corner left. Indian now within 2 seconds of him behind. But Base just needs to get through this corner here to take his first win of the season. I believe I'm correct in that. Puts the power down, and he will become the winner of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Well done to him. We do have Indian Man coming in second, Jacko, rounding out the podium finish. Not far behind him was Dubsy for fourth. I'm sure he was hoping to get that final step. Nick Schwartz comes home fifth. Nick Day looks like he's going to hold on to sixth position. Eric Garcia not far behind him in seventh. Mighty Murph, of course, had the incident with Garcia. He's going to come home eighth. DSZ, he has battled back, and he is now in the final points paying position. X-Man rounding that last corner. He's going to come home ninth. DSZ will hit that last point. Way to battle back. HSVDT just misses the points tonight in 11th. Bubba was hoping to get that 10th position, but he did drop towards the end. Going to come home in 12th. Again, congratulations to tonight's victor, Base Chief Ninja. It is his first win of the season. In fact, his first podium of the season will come in a win. Just a very clean race from the beginning. Showed he had pace and kept the car on track in very difficult conditions. Here are our final results. A couple cars came home with penalties. Lots of penalties towards the back there, which you do expect to see with the heavy rains that we saw during this race. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We may